Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun, la abudu man ta'budun, wa la antum abiduna ma a'budu, wa la ana abidu ma abadtum, wa la antum abiduna ma a'budu. Lakum dinukum waliya din. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. La ta'khuzuhu sinatun wa la nawm. Lahu ma fi samawati wa ma fil ardi. Man zal ladzi yashfa'u indahu illa bi ismihi. Ya'lamu man bayna aydihim wa man khalfahum. Wa la yuhituna bi shay'in min ilmihi illa biman sha'a. Wasi'a kursiyyuhu samawati wal ardi. Wa la yahudu hifzuhuma wa huwal aliyyul azim. Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah. Allahu akbar. Wallahu akbar, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billahi aliyyil azim. Adada mo halimo, wa mileha mo halimo, wa zinata mo halimo. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin abdika wa nabiyyika wa rasulika nabiyil ummi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallim. Allahumma ighfirli wa li walidayya wa lil mu'minina wa lil mu'minati wa lil muslimina والمسلمات على يمين والأموات اللهم افعل به وبهم آجلا وهاجلا في ديني ودنيا ولآخرة ما أنت له أهل ولا تفعل بنا وبه يا مولانا ما نحن له أهل إنك غفور عليم جواد كريم رؤوف رحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي عدد ما صلى عليه من خلقك وصل على سيدنا محمد النبي كما ينبغي لنا نصلي عليه. أصلي على سيدنا محمد النبي كما أمرتنا نصلي عليه. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا ورحمتك رجاء محمد. لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. لا إله إلا الله له الملك وله الحمد. لا إله إلا الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وأن عيسى عليه السلام عبد الله ورسوله ربنا موسى وكلمة ألقاها إلى مريم وروح منه وعلى الجنة حق وأنا نار حق. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله الله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. مليا محالم ودد محالم وزينة محالم. لا إله إلا الله يا دافع يا مانع يا حفيظ يا حكيم. سبحانك اللهم يا من يسير الجميلة وستار الكبيرة ولم يهيز بجاهرته ولم يأتك سترة ويا عظيم الحفظ ويا أعظم التجاوز ويا واسع المغفرة ويا بصر يدين برحمة ويا سميع كل نجوى ويا متع كل شكوى ويا كريم صفي ويا عظيم المن ويا مكيل لأسيرة ويا متريم قبل استقاقها يا ربي ويا سيدي ويا مولاي ويا غايات رغبتي أسألك أن لا تشاويها إني قوس بالله الدنيا ولا بأساب النار. اللهم إني أسألك خير مسيحتي وخير دعائي وخير نجاحي وخير ثوابي وخير الحياة وخير مماتي وتأكيد وتأكيد موازيني وأكيد إيماني ورفع درجاتي وتقبل صلاتي وأكبرك أتياتي وأسألك درجاتي أولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم إني أسألك فواتح الخير وخواتمه وجوامعه وأوله وآخره وظاهره وباطنه وأسألك درجات أولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم إني أسألك خير محاتي وخير محفوة وخير محمل وخير محبوتا وخير محسير وأسألك درجات أولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم إني أسألك أن ترفع ذكري وتداوي زري وتزيل هموري وتطهر قلبي وتحسن فرجي وتنور قلبي وتغفر ذنبي وأسألك درجات أولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم إني أسألك أن تبارك لي Olúwa في سمعي وفي بصري وفي روحي وفي خلقي وفي خلقي وفي حالي وفي ما يا وفي حملي وتقبل صلاتي وأسألك درجات أولى من الجنة آمين. اللهم بنورك إذا تيت وبفضلك استعنت وبك أثبات ومسعيت ذنوبي كثيرة بين يديك أستغفرك اللهم وأتوب إليك يا حنان يا منان أسألك الحمن والحمن والحمن تمييز والهيمان والعفو أمام مدى وكان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين يا أرحم الراحمين يا رباه يا رباه يا رباه يا جبار 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 جبار يا جبار يا جبار يا جبار يا جبار يا جبار يا جبار اللهم إني أعوذ بك من شر فريعتين وصل موت عينين والهمون فقر وداني برمس جديد الزين وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وكان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر ومقدار العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. So we are on to our lecture, which is going to be led by Algia Nurat Azan Idris. Assalamu alaikum. We can't hear you, Mike. Please unmute your mic. Yeah. Can you hear us, ma?
I can. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, ma. Hi, ma.
Alhamdulillah wa qasida. Wassalatu wassalamu ala man ibada. Tala'al badiru alayna min saniyatil wadahi wajaba ashuru alayna madahani ilahi. أيها المبعوث فينا جئت بالأمر المطار جئت شرفت المدينة مرحبا يا خير داعي رسول الله حقا تبانا وآمنا وصدقنا محمد وآمنا وصدقنا محمد سلام طيب حرج بهيج على المختار سيدنا محمد على المختار سيدنا محمد وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. I seek refuge in Allah against the occult Satan. I begin in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. All praises and adoration belong to Allah. We thank Him, we adore Him, we believe in Him, we worship Him, we testify there is none to be worshipped except Him. We beseech His blessings and benediction upon the noblest of mankind, Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, companion, and those who follow his footsteps till the day of our resurrection. Amen. I appreciate Safa Sister Quran, UK, for giving me another golden opportunity to be part of them and learn from them. I pray Allah reward you abundantly for the best of reward and accept it as an act of ibadah. And to the scholars consulted during our research, we are deeply appreciated and valued. Deeply appreciated. So the topic I am to do justice to this afternoon, the topic I am to address is harassment, rape, and defilement. Harassment, rape, and defilement causes and effects on female gender. The topic really pays much attention to our female children. It pays much attention to our female children. So more often than not, these three concepts, harassment, rape, defilement, are used synonymously by a number of people. We use them synonymously to always mean the same thing, and while they are different concepts entirely. Now, professionals use them to describe different acts that actually prompts, forcing, or causing, and not only the other gender, luring him to perform an act without a permission or without a consent, so to say. So we use these three concepts to describe an offensive act of forcing someone to engage in a unlawful sexual activity. Let's consider each of them separately. If you talk about harassment, we have two types of harassment. We have the sexual harassment and the non-sexual harassment. The non-sexual harassment involves when you give bad comments or you pick on somebody unnecessarily, you accuse people unnecessarily, you don't like them, you just hate them. Whatever thing being done by them, you don't want to see it, you don't want to appreciate it, you're harassing the person. You can harass your child, you can harass your husband, you can harass your neighbor, you can harass your friend. If whatever thing they are giving to you, you are not satisfactory about it, it's an harassment, or they call it non-sexual harassment. The sexual harassment, so to say, in its literal meaning, is a situation where somebody annoys or worries another person by putting pressure on her to do something that is actually not coming from her mind. When you introduce a kind of behavior characterized by making an unwelcome and inappropriate sexual remark, maybe physical, verbal, or oral, in a workplace, school, or other professional places or social places. So sexual harassment generally violates civil law. So one has a right to work or learn without being harassed. You can go to school without being harassed. You can work in a place, you can stay in an environment without being harassed. So this kind of harassment is not a criminal behavior. There are some of them that are criminal behavior and requires death penalty, or the person is imprisoned for a year, but there are some that are not criminal behavior. So sexual harassment, it is not criminal behavior, but Islam and society frown at it. It is not criminal behavior in the sense that there is no law that will take you to court or that will charge you that you have harassed somebody and therefore you are subjected to death penalty or so. So it's not criminal behavior. Now there are three types of sexual harassment. We have this physical sexual harassment, and this include unwanted touching or physical contact, or request for sexual favor. When you are making an advance, example, the male gender, the opposite sex is actually looking for ways to have body contact with the female gender. That is what we call physical sexual harassment. It starts from, I want to shake you. Let me just shake you. I like touching you. Look at your hand. Looks like, in fact, your hand looks like the hand of a turkey or something like that. Bad and evil comments that are derogatory. The person is trying to lure you into harassment that is physical. The person wants to have, so to say, and if a girl allows, or a woman or a lady allows to be touched unnecessarily, perhaps start from, I want to handshake you, there's nothing, it's not bad, it's you that knows it's not bad. In his own mind and everybody's mind, it may be bad. And so to say, it is not even allowed as far as Islam is concerned. So we should allow our girl child to avoid being harassed physically. Then the verbal harassment, that one includes the words of mouth. When somebody harasses you using some kind of jokes, some kind of comment that will lure you into unwanted sexual activity. Such example include stories, fantasies, act, discussion that involve sexual matters. Yes, sexual. Somebody has watched a film that involves sexual matters. Somebody should try as much as she can to avoid that person that is an harasser and the environment. So when you talk, when you are in places of work or children are in school, quite a number of male harass people around for, and in most cases it is the verbal step on you. They want to do something that would actually change your mind, that will be giving you lustful mindset, so to say. So we should also tell our children, our female children, to avoid being harassed verbally. Then the visual sexual harassment, that one, it has to do with the look, facial expression. The person might not have an access to your body. The person might not even have a way to touch you, so to say, but he has a way of connection very far from you, and the person will be connecting you. And that is what we call the visual sexual harassment. It includes lustful look, a look that can arouse a sexual advances. It's looking you lustfully. Yoruba will say when somebody looks you, then you should back on. So you will just giving you quite a number of paralinguistics messages that we actually lure you, and eventually, if the person is so naive, not experienced enough, the person might go and meet the person, and from there, the harasser will actually win because yes. So we should also tell our female children to avoid being harassed visually. So the second concept is rape. Rape is a crime. That one is a I told you harassment is not a crime, but the society and religion frown at it because it may prompt rape or sexual assault. So it's better not to start from being harassed. So rape, it is a crime of forcing a woman or someone who is an adult to submit sexual intercourse against our will. It will also be referred to as assault. So when they talk about a sexual assault, it is rape. It is rape, and it's a criminal offense. On the country that wants to judge the case. In some countries, like it's death warrant.
I think your signal is really poor over there. Sorry, everyone. I think our network is really bad. She might rejoin in a bit now.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum salam. I think your network is a bit cranky. You can hear you.
I can see that. So sorry.
So we can't hear from the, I think when we start from the rape aspect.
Okay. Should I reiterate? I have to go back to it.
It's hanging.
But let me go back to.
Yeah,
God
we can.
help us.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So the second concept is rape. Can I continue?
Yes, ma, you can continue.
The
yes,
second, okay. The second concept is rape. Rape is a criminal offense, it's a criminal behavior that can lead someone to death or being imprisoned. It is a crime of forcing a woman, someone, specifically an adult, to submit to sexual intercourse against her will. She isn't interested. She's not a harlot. She's not a prostitute. It's only prostitute that you cannot charge anybody that had any relationship with the prostitute as rape, because they always long for it. But in a situation when a woman or a lady or a girl above 18 years is being forced to submit to a sexual intercourse against her will, it's rape. And it could be referred to as assault. It could be also called sexual assault. So rape includes penetration of the victim's body. If that activity has got to the level of pulling off the person's clothes, going into a private part, penetrating it, whether you finger the person, whether the other gender gets its way into that person's body to the extent of getting down, when the person may include a fondling, unwanted sexual touching. Maybe it touches the buttocks, it touches the breast, it touches any sensitive place. Any sensitive place in the woman's body, that is what we call rape. Whether the person really gets down or not, in as much he has his way of touching our breast, our buttocks, and all those sensitive places that are not supposed to be seen by others or to be touched unnecessarily, that is rape. We also have attempted rape. If the person did not succeed eventually, maybe in the course of trying to get into the lady, he was smart enough to get rid of him, and that was in intention, and everybody can testify to that. It's also rape. Whether he did it or he did not do it, it's also rape. Or forcing a victim to perform sexual acts, such as oral sex. Maybe the person you has even submitted, maybe his own power has overshadowed her power, and you are forcing your own male organ into the person's mouth. If the man passes his own male organ into the person's mouth, it's also rape, and the penalty is what? Is death penalty. Now let's go to defilement. So rape and defilement, they are very close in meaning. It's them. The difference is just that the age factor. The difference is the age difference. So rape involve or include a person. It concerns a person that is above 18 years. If a lady of above 18 years that is mature enough to have a man decide not to have you and you force him to force her to do whatever thing you call it, that is rape. But defilement is an act of staining, spotting or making something impure. When anyone defies, the person stains, pollute, or tampers with valuable things, it always happens to virgins. Yes, defilement always happens to people who are not exposed, especially the young ones, the young girls below 18 years. It occurs when a male performs an unlawful sexual act on a person below 18 years of age, young children. The difference between defilement and rape is just the age factor. That one is a gross misconduct, and the person should not be allowed to escape death warrants. There is no there. In fact, quite 70% of the world, the penalty for defilement is death, because the child is not mature enough. If it's not mature, she can never lure you It is always the male, especially adult male, that lure children to defilement. And both rape and defilement are very serious criminal cases, which can lead the defiler or the rapist to death or in prison. Being in prison, it depends on what is obtainable in different country. Now, having said the meaning of these three concepts, what are the causes? And after saying the causes, is it gender biased? Yes, it is gender biased. It is gender biased because it's always affecting the girl child, the female folk. One person to be victim, and who is the victim of defilement, is always girls. It's always the children below 18 years. The defiler is always older. Is always older, an adult, so to say, an adult involved in the fine. If it is children to children now, for instance, a 4-year-old girl and a 5-year-old, that one is not defilement, but it does not involve adults. Before you can say it's a criminal case and the person has actually defied, the person must be an adult. If both of them are children, they will just be given, the offender will just be treated normally according to the law that govern children. They will be treated, they will be punished, so to say. But if one is an adult and the other is below 18, that's what we call defilement. So if the question was, is it then gender bias? It is gender bias because it affects female gender. It really affects one gender more than the other. Because women or girls are more likely to be victims, it is unfair on the female folk and really have negative effect on women, ladies, girls. It favors the male doing it. The defiler enjoys it, so he's not losing anything, so to say. So it demoralizes and demonizes the female gender anytime it occurs. Now, what are the factors that contribute to it occurring? The factors that contribute to its occurrence. One, appearance. We should inculcate the good culture, the culture of dressing in our female children, because there's an idea that said you are going to be addressed the way you dress. All these cases you are seeing, some are being prompted by the victim herself, because you create an attention, you call the attention to yourself, and they follow suit. So we should try as much as we can to ensure that our female children dress moderately. They are modest in dressing, and that is saying in the Quran, Surah Al-Ahzab, I think Quran 33 verse 59. I'll read that later because of time. God has given us the manual. Allah has given us the manual, the way we do things, the way what we should eat, what we should not eat, what we are going to wear, how we are going to wear our clothes. So don't tell me, I never knew the Quran even say we should wear a particular type of clothes or that type. Quran said it. If not, we will derail. If the Quran did not say that, most of us we don't even know. We just take anything. Some people even decide I want to be nude, and I'll be nude, and nothing will happen thereafter. So the Quran has given us a kind of dressing code, and I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it possible for us and our children. So appearance and dressing is one of the factors that contribute to its occurrence. Then two, inferiority. When I mean inferiority, women, ladies, and girls always occupy inferior position. Let's start from the workplaces now. Let's even leave school. We always find ourselves in an inferior job position and job roles at work. If you look at the following position I want to mention at work, though in some companies, in some organizations, women are their leader. But if you look at the larger number of company, 80 or 85% male are the leader or manager. So women always occupy this position, secretary. If you are a secretary, you are subjected to harassment in any work, especially when you have males. You'll be entering offices and you don't even know how to dress, and you have this attractive shape. You are in suits, you are in trousers, you look so cute and attractive. So that is your position. Clerk, secretary can also be a cause, because you will just be managing, you'll be indulging, you won't be able to speak out because you don't want to lose your job and you've been harassed. I have witnessed a particular situation where a colleague is being harassed by the boss because the person is a secretary or is a subordinate. The person cannot do anyhow. It is what the boss says. Otherwise, you will leave the job. You will lose it. So, and the person does not want to leave her job. So that position she occupies is a threat. And it's the words. There is nothing anybody can do. So it's you that use your discretion. Can I continue with this? You can't manage it. If you manage such a situation, somebody will just you be depressed, and in most cases, just somebody will not even like being there any longer. So you will not even you will not even intensify your effort in the job. Somebody has confided to somebody that I know that the boss in that office harasses her virtually every day. Why? Perhaps she may sit down in her office writing, this way, shall I come today? Shall I come tomorrow? To the extent that the day the lady, maybe her brow sort of, the boss is not well packaged. The boss told her, what happened? Harassment. Or where a situation where somebody's trousers is torn underneath, and the guy was the one that told so it's the position. If assuming that lady happens to be a boss, she will be controlling everybody. But she was just like, she can't even abuse. She can't even see anything. She was just lamenting. So things like that. It is the position she finds herself that actually prompted that harassment. Even clerks, they will be sending you here, sending you there. If you look at every organization today, clerks are women, sweepers are women, and they will go and open their buttocks in the Oga's office. They will sweep, they will arrange, they will clean. The Oga will just be looking at them. If the Oga hits you on your buttocks, there's nothing you want to do. It will just enter in the office. You are being harassed, and it will be accumulating. And then we call the Oga will just pull your breast, yeah, like this. There's nothing you want to do. It even happens in a school. So the position, I don't know what happened. Just this concluded senior WAEC. I saw it. I saw the picture. In the secondary school, they just finished. I don't know, maybe the guy helped the data. I don't know. After they have finished their all these funny things students do, immediately they finish their WAEC. Congratulations, we are done, and everything. And the guy carried in fact, I couldn't even look it. And they posted it. Carried the breast of that lady and put it in his mouth like this, and somebody took it, stabbed it. Sorry. So sorry. So all these things, it happens anywhere. It happens in school. It happens in places of work. It happens in an environment. So apart from that, we also have another factor, that is financial weakness, poverty. Poverty is also a factor. If someone depends on the opposite sex financially, your uncle, your friend, your boss, your teacher, your neighbor, a day will come. You have been asking, what do you have to offer us too? What do you have to offer me? Whatever you want, I give it to you. Give me what I want. You now be asking, what do you want? Somebody has asked somebody, I want something from you. So what do you want? And the person tells you, and you cannot even turn him down because you have been collecting money, he has been buying things for you. So financial weakness is also a factor. Educate your children, your girl child, not to depend on anybody except you and her father. If you depend on anybody, in fact, don't even say because somebody is somebody's uncle, somebody, an uncle can harass. Since a father has harassed somebody, I have seen a case where a father also has harassed a child, although he's a drunkard. The mother used to go to the market early in the morning and come out very late in the night. When he has drunk, just come home. The girl, I told the girl when she was in SS2, she just told me, I just hate my father. I don't want to see him. Why don't you want to see your father? Because my father is harassing me. I say, how? Why? When she now that is going, what was the father actually touched? In fact, what he was touching is an attempted rape. So who do we report that? I just advise the child to leave the environment, leave the house. And he said, tell your mother. I can't tell my mother. Things we go wrong if I tell my mother. So you have told me, and my advice is don't even stay near that father. It is the father. So you don't depend on anybody. You even pray. And if your girl child is growing, please teach them how to dress, even in front of their father. You don't just open anything anyhow. They are human, and they have feelings. They have advances. If your child is growing, you can see there are some changes in her. Please tell her to dress moderately, even if the father is in the house. She don't say, Shebi is my father, and you just wear only ordinary bra and pants. Some people are doing it. Maria, they do it, come out with pants and bra in their girl, and their father. I was like, anything can happen. They are human. At the end of the day, it's just the regretting. So I pray Subhanahu wa Ta'ala save us and protect our children from being harassed. Then spending more time is another factor. I have mentioned 3. I mentioned appearance, inferiority complex, financial weakness. Then let me use this one as that. Spending much time with the opposite sex. There are some girls, they will just tell you, I don't have a girlfriend. All my friends are boys. Because my girlfriend, they used to gossip. They used to gossip. That is the work of a girl before. God will forgive all of us. If he gossips, it's better for you to be harassed. Tell the guy. I have seen some girls telling me that if I'm having some chats with them, I'm just teaching them. I can't even play with girls. And by the time you spend more time with the opposite sex, there is a room, in fact, free room for harassment, because it will touch you. The guy will touch you. You can even go to the extent of touching. You have seen somebody who even held somebody's breast like this, probably, yet, and he's a secondary school boy, and he held the girl's breast, and he even put his mouth like this as if he wanted to suck. And everybody was laughing. Why? It's a criminal offense, criminal fake, in fact, criminal behavior. May God just protect our girls and protect all of us. So all these things, just ensure you tell your children, your female children, not to choose male friend. They shouldn't choose male as their friend. They will intimidate them and they will harass them. Another thing would be alcohol. If a man likes to take alcohol and you spend more time with that man, the man will teach you how to take alcohol, and eventually you will be raped. They will do anything for you, and you will not even know. And that is that for the factors that actually contribute to Islam. What are the causes now? I mean, what are the effects? The effects of sexual harassment, rape, and defilement are many. Some are psychological, some are emotional, and so on and so forth. Now, let's look at the psychological effects of rape, defilement, and harassment. 1, anxiety. The person will be nurturing fear every time. The girl will be nurturing, what happened to you? I don't know. We see some people that have been posted, a father who used to rape. He used to rape. In fact, he did it to the extent that he impregnated a child. He aborted the first pregnancy, aborted the second. The girl is now depressed. So she's so depressed to the extent that somebody just discovered that in school, and she poured her mind. It was that person, they are Christian, but that person actually helped her out. But what has been done has been done. It cannot be reversed. Even if they kill the father, that thing can never leave the memory of that child. It will linger on. And our body will be full of, disturbances. She's so disturbed. She couldn't talk. When everybody is laughing, she will not even laugh. If anybody just crack a joke, she will not laugh. Why are you not laughing? Are you not happy? The person will tell you, I'm not happy. Because she's not happy. Truly, she's not happy. So depression is also another one. The person will be so sad. Even if she wears the best of her clothes, you will just see in her. She isn't happy with it. She isn't happy with herself. She hates herself. Sleep disorderliness. She won't be able to sleep. She'll be having sleepless nights. She'll be having sleepless nights. And apart from that, anger. She'll be so angry with anybody, anything. She'll be frustrated. Things that did not even prompt being inflated. You will just be inflated. Everything, she just be doing things abnormally. Those are the effects. That is psychology. Emotional effects. Violation. She may be violent. She may be violent. If anything happens, she may just take knife or anything. She wants to kill a boy. She wants to kill somebody. She may even become a murderer if care is not taken. Lots of motivation. She won't be motivated. Anything, even if she's an expert, she has a skill to do some certain things. If she has been subjected to rape or defilement, she may not be able to do it. Don't know what happened to you. Or let God just assist her to say it out. Somebody will help her out. Guilt. She'll be guilty. In fact, she'll feel guilty every time. She will not be happy. Why me? Why me? Hatred. She will hate the male folk. She will hate them. She wouldn't want to see them. Even her brother. I don't want to see you. I hate boys. I hate you guys. The kind of thoughts, the kind of messages she'll be passing across would actually tell somebody beside her that this person has a problem that is nurturing. She may even prompt to kill herself. She want to kill herself. Suicide mission. I just want to. Well, maybe I should die. It's better for me to be working with this shame. She will have that. I mean, she will have that suicide mission. So all these, and she will be powerless to anything. She can't do anything, and she will believe everybody is a betrayer. She wouldn't have trust in, especially those that are being harassed by very close relatives, like uncle, like brother, like neighbors. She wouldn't want to believe in anybody again. Now, if things like this happen, where should we report to? What do we do? What should the child do? What should the girl do? There are some hotlines for asking on Facebook, on social media. You can email them. I'll give you a number before I round off. There are some hotline that actually deal with the case of rape, assault, and anything related to that. You can meet the professional. You can talk to an adult. You can talk. If it is a school, tell your child. If anybody harasses you, starting from pulling your hijab or touching you or holding you or telling you, let me just handshake you. Now there's nothing there. They have told us. They have told me before I was doing it, but I just decided not to do it any longer. So God just protect us and protect our children. They should refer to an authority if they don't discover any case of harassment or defilement. If it's the school, a teacher also does it. A teacher, I know where a teacher harassed. In fact, it was in rape. The girl told me the teacher raped the flag. I don't know. The flag that when she was in basic 6, up to teaching, she did not tell her mother. Why? What happened? Maybe the lesson teacher also. So about let me just quickly include this. Please, if you want to get a home teacher for your child, if you want to get a home teacher for your dad, please let a female teacher be their home teacher. I know, unless you be sitting down with them like this, if you cannot get a female teacher, sit them from the beginning to the end of the lesson. Teachers also harass. They harass, they use the opportunity, they take advantage of the pupils. So if anything like this happens in school, let them go to the principal, let them go to the head of school and report the case to the teacher. They will summon the teacher, they will query the teacher, and the teacher will be punished, will fail his punishment, so to say. We can also seek help. If it's in our environment, I don't have a teacher around me, I don't have the school authority around me. You can seek help from an elderly person. Many people have sought help from me, and I advise them. You can sit around you. Seek and ensure that you make your female children your best friend. Tell them what is going on today. What's going on in your school today? What actually happened in school today? Okay, well, when I wasn't at home, what actually happened at home? What did you watch? Which film did you order? Come and gist me. By so doing, you will be made their friend, and they will actually tell you their minds. If you tell them, I don't even tolerate, you have to teach them self-education right from their primary school now. Gone are the days say when they get to secondary, when they do biology, it's not biology. We are not talking about the people who are being the fight now. People are being pupils of 3-4 years, they are being harassed. So tell them, let them start from their don't let anybody to touch your private part. It's your own. Keep it. I tell my son that, oh, please, I don't want to see anybody private. Please go and wear something. I don't want to see anything. And so on and so forth. So you tell them, you make them your friend. When I was in secondary school, I had a boyfriend. Yes, I had. Because I was so young then, and that was what was trendy then. So it was a prevailing issue. So I had another. Mommy, how did you? You just relate to. You come down to her level so that she will pour her mind. I used to do it, and those girls pour their mind to me. And what is there? Hello, man. You'll be seeing them talking. Everybody says, I don't want to see you with any. Don't even talk to. I don't. The girl has gone far. You don't know. Let's add pour her mind. Don't be so annoyed. Don't scold her. Just calm down and relate with her as if you are a friend. Don't scold her. Just tell her to do the needful, and just tell her the evil in it. Just tell her it's not good enough. This is not good. This is what I did that made me escape being harassed, and so on and so forth. Don't scold your children. Don't drive them out of yourself. Don't drive them away. Now, safety tips. If anybody is subjected to harassment, rape, defilement, what are the safety tips? I don't want this thing to continue in my life, and I don't want it to happen to my child. I don't want it to happen to me. Tell them to avoid being in the midst of males every time. Choose a female friend. Choose a female friend. You are a female. Tell them. Avoid being in the midst of male always. Why do you like playing with male? I just like them because they are honest. What the evil they will even play it's even worse than that of the female you are avoiding. Avoid drinking soft drink, anything. In parties, tell them, I go to party today. I have witnessed another one in my former house. That girl, though the mother sells beer, so to say, they sell alcohol. So even in front of me, there's not big deal. When somebody, the mother was even when the girl was harassed, somebody brought her home with a friend. Mommy, please come and see this girl. What happened to her? I was there. I was just looking at them. My own apartment. The mother was like, Kiloshe, and went to a birthday party, and she got drunk. Somebody must have missed something in her drum. Maybe she wanted to rape her or something. So she couldn't control herself. She was just falling, doing all sorts of scattering everywhere. She couldn't get herself. You know what the mother said? Jomi, you can imagine the mother saying that to a child. Yeah, she has corrected her. They now put her inside, fanning her. I was just looking at them. I couldn't even intervene. It was beyond my own comprehension. Instead of the mother to hit her hard, she went to party. They are so free. So don't allow them to go to parties or eat anyhow, anywhere. They could be lured to harassment. They could be lured to harassment. So another safety tip is they should always create a distraction. If self-defensive, when they are into it, they are already captured by the male foe. They don't have what to do again. They don't know what to do again. They should create a distraction. Maybe the man is advancing, and if she can say, somebody is knocking at the door, let me stop, my friend, my mom is calling me. Oh, my phone is ringing. Things like that, just distract him so that his mind will go away from there. If he has that, he can even kick the person. Kick the person in his private part. Let him know that this one, today, one person will kill one person. They should be bold enough, they should be competent. It's not everything, if you be scared, he will beat me, he will beat me. Things like that. Shout if you can shout. Run if you can run. Then the very best one is duha. Teach your children how to make duha before leaving your house. Even in your house, there are duha for many things we do in Islam. If you want to go to the toilet, there is a duha. If you want to sleep, there is a duha. If you want to eat, there is a duha. If you want to wear clothes, there is a duha. If you want to remove your clothes, there is a duha. You want to go out, there's a dua. To come to our own shield, God's protection over you. That is the first thing they should do. Anybody that prays every time, God knows how to save a person from being harassed, and so on and so forth. Let's look at what the Quran says about these concepts. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. If you go to Quran 17, verse 32, Allah says, "Wala takrabu zina, innahu kana fahishatan wa sa'a sabila." And come not near to an unlawful sex. And come not near to an unlawful sex. Verily, it is a shameful deed as an act of evil, opening the road of many evils. By the time you take yourself, you bring yourself out nude. You want to wear skimpy. You are tell your child that also you want to wear, because that's what is trending. You are attracting people to yourself. So you are the one that actually prompts it, not them. You are the one. So avoid going out nakedly. Be covered, at least to an extent that you know that this is the one I can actually, to the best of my ability. Nobody has to use big things. Just be moderate in dressing and ensure you cover yourself and you pray. And you ask your parents to always pray for you. Tell them that, and then let your parents pray for you. Guide my children, guide their hearts. Don't let them meet evil people on the way, in school, at work, everywhere. Allah. So we also have in Surah to know where Allah told us to always lower our gazes. Tell your female children to lower their gazes. Don't look at male too much. Look until that one sees that you are looking at him. And we use visual sexual harassment to lure you into an evil act. All these things. We also have it in Surah Al-Azab, Surah 93, verse 15, like that. The Prophet tell the believing woman, tell them and their daughters, their children, their female children, to ensure that their garment is drawn down. Long garment, long, not short, not skimpy, not mini. Allah said they should do this so that they will not be abused, they will not be harassed. And they are going to be protected, and they are going to be known for being good. So by the time we ensure we follow strictly the way God Almighty, who created, said we should dress, there will be reduction of harassment in this. Harassment in private society now is a common thing now. People are not seeing anything bad in it. You can be harassed. Maybe you are the one, you are but you just tell everybody, tell all girl child, they shouldn't be harassed for no reason. They have the power to stop it. They have the power to do it. They can do it. They can avoid being harassed. Now, what should government and parents do to tackle rape, sexual assault, defilement, and other? One, parents should enlighten both the girl and the boy child on sex education. Two, Government should encourage through persecution of offender to serve as deterrent to others. Yes, they should not be saying because it's our own child, because that belongs to Lagbaja. So no, you should use that person as a scapegoat. If it is dead one, let the harasser die. So that all other harasser will know that so they will avoid doing it. Not that this one will do it, it goes scot-free. That one will do it, goes rough. Everybody will be doing it, and they will see that as normal thing. Then parents should be friendly with their children. I have said to make ourselves approachable. Teach them how to dress decently. Parents must be role models, because what you don't have, you cannot give. If you say, I cannot even cover up to this moment. So it's somebody's problem if it happens. So what you don't have, you can't get that to society. We must be role model, we must be responsible, and tell them to be responsible in the society. Tell them who to be with, how to play, what to do at a point in time. Then we should avoid child trafficking. Yes, that thing also is a factor that contributes to it. Especially those there are some people, their generation, they are born to starve people. If they born like this, 4 years old, they are taking him out or her out. They have worked in like 50 places, and all the places they have been harassed, they cannot talk. You just be seeing them. The man of their must have harassed. The son of their must have harassed. Get another place. They will take the child. They will be till the child will get married. They have spoiled their privacy for her. We should avoid child trafficking. The idea of getting housemaid are always subjected to harassment, and so on and so forth. So I would like to stop here for the sake of time. أقول قول هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. صلوا على النبي الكريم.
Allah Akbar. Jazakumullah khair, sister. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. May Allah reward you abundantly. Yes, I think we're going to go to question and answer section, but it's going to be after Asikiri by our Aji Abelkis Brillo, and Asikiri and Kosida by Alaja Belkis Brillo. Assalamu alaikum. She here? Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't think she's here. Maybe before she joined, or maybe we can go to Women Pep Talk by Mrs. Marcelina Adisina. Ma, are you here, ma?
I am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much to Haja Nura Hassan. I was listening intently to everything that you shared with us today. And I'm sure when we come to questions and answers, I'll be able to contribute a bit. So today is my pep talk. Welcome, everyone. So we have various people here. I was going to call all of your names. We have someone even called Zoom. That's interesting. Yeah, I know most of the time we all put off our cameras because we're doing various things in the background and listening. But, it'd be great that we all are here. As I said earlier on, I'm dressed in my African gear because I'm going out to a wedding. So I don't remember, I don't know if you guys remembered the book that I said I was reading. If anyone remembers, you can put it in the chat. I'll come back to, the title of the book in a moment. But the last time I shared chapter 2 with you. And today I'm going to share chapter 1. So today I'm going to share chapter 2 and 3. So in terms of chapter 2, I've got a few points there. The very first point is as a leader, we should not aim to just get through the day. A lot of people get up and their wishing is the next day. Their wishing is Friday. Their wishing is Sunday. Their wishing is, we should not aim to get through to the next day or through the day. We should always aim to enjoy the day, to take everything we can from that day, to learn everything we can from that day. Because when we are in a rush, we don't experience what Allah has got in store for us. We don't experience what God has got in store for us because we are just rushing. We're not looking at the things and learning from them. So please, let's not carry on rushing through the day or getting through the day. Let's spend a moment to reflect. Some of us might do the reflection at the start of the day. Some of us might do it at the end of the day, but it's always important. Some of us might do it in the middle of the day. It's always important to just stop and reflect. And I think, you know, that's one thing I really like about the Muslim faith, where you can pray so many times a day and just pause and stop and reflect. The second point I want to is, a lot of us have been called to a circle of influence. And a circle of influence is a circle of people that are making things happen and doing something different in life. And basically, if you find yourself in that circle of influence, I talk about this group to a lot of people. What I teach on here, I'm teaching somewhere else. And for me, this is a circle of influence. And so when we are in a circle of influence through our good works, and there's sometimes we're called to a circle of influence through our good works. And when we're there, we need to make every effort to help others, because sometimes we just like to enjoy for ourselves. And actually, that's one of the problems of Nigeria today, because we just, and the world, not just Nigeria, we just go into a circle. And it's either we bring people along that want to just come and chop money, or we want to chop money ourselves, instead of going, how can I bring my neighbor, my friends, my children, my acquaintances, how can I use this thing that I'm doing to help them? You know, I work full time and I mentor people at work. Who are you mentoring? I mentor people in Nigeria from London, and I do that every Saturday. And I've been doing that for over a year now. And I just spend an hour with them at 6 a.m. every Saturday. Wherever am I in the world, I will connect. So who are you helping through your good works? The next thing I wanted to talk about is, does something about you stand out that other people are curious about? And if something about you does not stand out, then you need to create that thing that stands out, that people are curious about, people want to find out more about, people want to learn, because actually people are attracted to what they see. And, you know, I think Haja Nura said something about dress. I can't remember what you said about, you know, people address you how you're dressed. Yeah, I remember that, you know, that statement. I thought that's so true. People are curious about what you do. And sometimes about what you don't do, but we want them to be curious because we're doing good works. The fourth thing is, in all our journey in life, there would always be doubters. There would always be people that ridicule you. There would always be people that say, you've been doing that job for how many years again? And you're not a manager yet. You'll be met with people that say, so that your business you're running, is it still paying you money? There would always be doubters. And you really want to move away from doubters, because eventually they will get to you. You know, if you call a child stupid every day, one day they will be stupid. So if you have doubters in your life, you either say to them, you're not happy with some of the statements they're making about you. You know, I run a business, and I've run a business for over 25 years. And people say to me, oh, you're still doing that business? And then I'll look at them. The funny thing was a minister that said that to me. Oh, you're still doing that business? I said, oh, you're still preaching to people? And he started to laugh. And I said, so why would you think I would stop doing my business? Because you have never stopped preaching, you know. And sometimes we let people say things to us and then we get upset. But actually, when people say things to me now, I think about it and I give them a response. That is not a bad response. And the person did apologize. He said, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, well, don't be sorry. At least I put you in the right about my business, because your preaching is your business as well, because that's what you earn your money from. So don't let anybody put their doubts in you. The fifth thing I wanted to talk about is about our age. Okay. So look at me very well. I'm very young, very, very young. And I'm young because I feel young. I behave young. I do things as a young person. My age is immaterial. I have an 83-year-old mother that still has more energy than I do. So don't let your age limit you. And please don't let other people use your age to limit you, because you would hear comments like, you're 65 now. Why are you? We know a lot of people that came into their own in their 60s, in their 70s. So don't let your age limit you, and don't let others put a limit on you because of your age. The sixth thing I want to talk about is love what you do. Whatever it is that you do, love it. Because if you don't love it, you're not going to do it to the best of your ability. The secret to life is loving what you do. And if you don't love it, then find something else to do, or love it in the meantime, because perhaps that's what is buttering your bread. That's what is feeding your family. So love what you do and do it to the best of your ability. Do it as if only Allah, only God is watching and nobody else. And also, in loving what you do, be a problem solver. I'm telling you, every business in this earth is as a result of solving problems for other people. You know, even if you sell food, you're solving the problem of hunger. If you sell bags, you're solving the problems of people having to carry their things in their hand. Whatever we do, we are problem solvers. So solve people's problems with that passion that would exude, and people wouldn't think that, oh, she's just doing this for money. Of course, whatever we do, we want that money to be able to pay for our lifestyles, but always do things that, you know, you have pleasure in doing and you enjoy. That is the secret to life. Number 7, leadership is for everyone. And I've mentioned this at the start before, and no one has put the title of the book. Maybe everybody's forgotten, but you know, I'm still waiting for someone to put the title of the book that I'm reading, because I shared it with you a couple of meetings ago. Leadership is for everyone, but you have to create time to learn. You have to create time to learn, because when we learn, we forget. And sometimes we think because we got a first class, or we were very smart in secondary school or whatever, as we get older, it diminishes. And so it is really important to get into that place where we keep learning. I have no business being on this platform. I have no business attending on time. I have no business staying till the end, even when I'm really busy, but I stay because I learn. I've learned a lot in what has been taught today. And I'm just going to touch 2 more things, and then I will close. Always pick the best part of your day to learn, because there's no point in struggling to learn when you're really tired. So give your learning. My learning is quite early in the morning when I wake up. By the middle of the day, my brain is gone. My brain is gone into solving problems, and there's some people, the time to learn is the night time. So find your best spot to learn. The 8th thing I'm going to talk about is embrace uncertainty. It is a precious gift. And sometimes we don't know that it is a precious gift. Nothing begins without an adventure. A lot of us live in this country, or our parents before us, because it was an adventure, an adventure to be successful in life. So always embrace uncertainty. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of uncertainty, because those are the things that makes us and help to shape and mold us. And then the last thing is, at every level of leadership, you are able to influence others. So it doesn't matter whether you're a cleaner, whether you are a top psychologist, whether you are a president, president's wife, housewife, mother. At every level of leadership, you are able to influence others. So always strive to have something that you can use to bring others up. And so those are my pep messages for this week. Thank you so much for listening, and I'm looking forward to the question and answer session as I hand over to our compere. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. That was so beautiful. And then we're sorry about it, because I have not been here for a couple of months as well, and I can't remember the book you were talking about. So if you can give us also that time, I'll make sure you stick up here.
So thank you for that. I thought I would say it if no one asked. It's called The Leader Without a Title.
Okay, now I have it. The
Leader Without a Title.
Thank you so much, Ma.
No problem.
Yes, Ma. All right, and I'll just ask if Alhaja Grillo is here, so that we can go on to our Qasida and Zikri. Alhaja, are you here, Ma? I don't think I can see her. Alhaja Grillo? No. So I think we go on to our question and answer session. Please, if you have any question and answer, you can unmute, or you can put in the comment section, please. I think Mommy Aisha has put one there before. Hello, Ma.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Ma.
I've said everything I have to say on the comment box.
I know, Ma. I was going to read it to her.
Okay.
Her to let her know that you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Ma. I think she just left. We'll wait for her to join us back. Sorry, before Alhaja Nura join us, please, there's somebody that can do Qasida or Zikri for us, please. Because I don't think Alhaja Grillo is around today.
Assalamu alaikum. No, I'm not doing Qasida, and I'm just making a comment.
Okay, Ma.
Most of the things she said applies to Nigeria.
Yes.
For example, the death sentence. We don't have the death sentence here.
For example, that's what I was going to point out to her, because
for example, she mentioned girls being raped, boys are raped as well.
Yeah,
gays rape boys. She mentioned people tell her they've got girlfriends, we know what can happen when you have too much girlfriends.
Yeah.
And they don't have boyfriends. So there are quite a few things that don't apply here. So yeah, you kick someone in the butt, it's a criminal offense. You be the one committing the criminal offense. So it's all different here, if you see what I mean. If that makes sense, yeah.
Yes, ma. And also the issue of secretary in the office. No one does that here in the UK.
Yeah.
You don't have your secretary or your clerk or whatever. You can
and
do
then harassment is a criminal offense here. And then if you abuse or rape any woman in complete woman, not just prostitutes, you will go to jail.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't differentiate between prostitutes and normal women. Women are women, full stop.
Yeah, you are right, ma. Yes, ma.
Thank you for to say. I wish I could do the consider and then sorry.
It's all right, ma. Thank you for the hard-ons. Please, there's somebody here that can do consider or azikri for us, please.
I've just raised my hand. I can't do that either. However, I wanted to say about, I think someone put a comment, it's only girls that are raped, boys can also be raped. Yeah, so that is so true. And this thing about teachers with children, children can be raped too, and they can be assaulted and molested. And you would hear more from the girls about it, but you would not hear from the boys, unless you really understand your child. So it is just, if a child is young, any child, we've got to teach them and train them about how to protect themselves, really. Thank you.
Thank you for your contributions, ma. Thank you so much, ma. While we wait for Aji Anura for the question and answer, let me see what else we've got left. Yeah, I think it's just the qasida and the question and answer. But maybe I can do azikri. I don't know the qasida. I can just say La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha
illallah, La ilaha illallah,
La ilaha illallah,
La ilaha illallah,
La ilaha illallah, La ilaha
illallah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Can I help for the consider, please?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ya Rabbi salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Hamadi wa ya Rabbi salli ala Sayyidina Mudi. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Habibi wa ya Rabbi salli ala Sayyidina Hadi. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Fati wa ya Rabbi salli ala Sayyidina Mudi. Mawlaya salli wa sallim dahiman abadan ala habibika khairil haliki kullimi ya khaliqal haliki ya ramakasibatan ya mani ya ramana fayali mal julali. Mawlaya salli wa sallim dahiman abadan ala habibika khairil haliki kullimi inni qadatu kabil majuwal lesi kutibat Allah rajulul lezi qadisili babili wajali. Mawlaya salli wa sallim dahiman abadan ala habibika khairil خالق كل إني كنت من قوله إذا أستجب لكم فهمياه بدا كذا النجوى وزلزل لي مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم ودل اللهم ألا وحرف مستواه إلى على مكنته من ألت في الجلال على مكنته من ألت في الجلال مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يهزر اللهم عائشة وحرزق مزرية يخلق الحلق هدرك داهي الأمل يخلق الحلق هدرك داهي بالأمل مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم لا إله إلا الله 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 أبقى إلا يكون متيما لا إله إلا الله لا إله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله حبيت بليلتي تنزرنا مرشدا لا إله إلا الله لا إله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله أجادل فيه الروح وليلي وجرة من وجفنك مزاني بمجرما لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله أزاجل في فرقة الليل وجرة من أمن وجفنك مزاني بمجرما لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله الله لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله ما زال الله ما دام صفات الذات برهما لا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله ألا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله مازال الله بشودم تبارك وزبرهما ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله مازال الله وعدم تبارك وزبرهما ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله على عزالي وظلمي بني أجينا اللي برحمة ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله ألا لا إله إلا الله ولا لا إله إلا الله اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما ولك والهاتف لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله كم قدر ومقدار العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful, mashallah. Thank you, ma. Allah will reward you abundantly. I think our guest lecturer is not back here. Please, if you've got any question, you can send it to Sayyidah's WhatsApp number so that they can get the answer, and maybe she'll be able to get back to you on that, because we don't have our guest speaker on again. She's not back here. That takes us back to I think vote of thanks. Vote of thanks. Halaja Asimat, please can you do both vote of thanks for us, ma? Halaja Asimat. Halaja Asimat, ma. Vote of thanks, ma. From you, ma.
She's on mute.
She's on mute. Okay, Isha.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, ma.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh, ma.
Sorry, I was speaking to my children here. So
please, we just need you to say vote of thanks for us now. We are rounding up, ma.
Okay. Alhamdulillah wa bil alamin. We thank God for the children. Can you? Sorry, hold on, please.
Yes, okay, that's fine, ma. It's okay, ma.
Anyway, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, 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 rabbil alamin. I thank all of my sisters, my mothers in the meeting for this forum. This is my first time speaking on this place.
No. Come on, flow. That's the first time.
This is my first time, so anyway, I do prefer our mama wa àti àwọn sisters wa àtàwọn àbúrò wa gbogbo wọn tí wọ́n coordinate program yìí. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ máa bá mi fún yín ní okun àti agbára. Àdẹ̀ ní dààmú lórí ọmọ lórí ọkọ. Àdúrà gbogbo wa gbà lágbára Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo ohun tá a fẹ́ ti dáadáa lọ́lọ́run máa ṣe fún wa. Ntí a fẹ́ Ọlọ́run á bá wa kọ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run. I really thank everybody. Mo really appreciate Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa o. Àdúrà wa gbà àní dààmú. I don't know. Ṣé nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ kí n sọ nìyẹn àbí is there anything more?
Rabano.
Okay.
That's it, ma. Alaja, is you, ma, that you do Rabano for us, ma. Alaja, mommy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so much for that, ma. Thank you, ma.
Next time I will prepare myself down.
It's all right, ma. You've done so well, ma. Thank you, ma.
Yes, ma. Thank you, ma. Bye,
ma. Announcement. Elijah Olateju, please, is there any announcement? Elijah Olateju, is there any announcement, ma? Can you talk, ma, or you can't? Yeah, I'll just say that in Safa that we do wazifa every day, Monday to Sunday, half 7 for 40 minutes at least. And also we do our Zikri Jum'ah on every Friday between 6 o'clock and 8 p.m. On Sunday, we do Lateef, and then we have different programs that we do on our Zikri Jum'ah. We do on first Sunday of the month, we do our Lateef. Then on second Friday of every month, we do as our Lateef prayer as well. There's a lot that we have to do with everybody on ground. And also on the third Friday of the month, we do our Quran, that everybody will pick one juz, and if each family will pick one juz, and we all read, and we do the utbah on Friday, the third Friday of every month. Then the fourth one is for our children. We're given a all right, ma. Alhaji Abiodun ma. Alhaji Abiodun ma. Ejo, please, we need you to do the announcement, ma. Alhaji Abiodun. Hello, ma. Ma, please, the announcement, ma, for Safat, ma. Yes, ma. Monique, about the announcement for Safat, ma.
Alhaji Alateju, Abitani also.
Ẹ̀yin ma, Alhaji Abiodun ma, ẹ̀yin ma. Yes, ma. Ẹ ma.
That's what they want to say by you.
Gbogbo nǹkan tá máa ń ṣe ma. Gbogbo nǹkan tá máa ń ṣe ma. Wa alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Àkókò àdúrà wa gbà. Wa gbà fún. Ọjọ́ Friday a máa ń ṣe síkìrì. A máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ 6 o'clock. So every day a máa ń ṣe wazifa. Látago 7 àbọ̀. Ọjọ́ Sunday a máa ń ṣe Lateef. A bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti 4 o'clock. Àdé parí ẹ̀ tó bá ti lásìkò tá a bá parí ẹ̀. Yes, sister from ọjọ́ first Saturday of the month. So Ọlọ́run á gbà fún wa ṣeéṣe. Àdúrà wa gbà. Àní dààmú lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Amen.
Wọ́n máa fún wa ṣe. La hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Announcement tí mo mọ̀ nìyẹn.
Thank you so much, mama. Thank you so much, ma, for that.
Yes.
Yes, ma. So it's now on to our mommy, Fumila Wow, for the closing prayer, ma.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for everything. May Allah accept as ibadah. May all her prayers, silent ones and the ones we say out, be accepted by Allah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina azabannar. Rabbana min ladunka rahmatan wa hab lana min ladunka rashada. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you, ma. Jazakumullah khair, ma. Thank you everyone for making it to this another women's forum, and we pray to Allah to guide and guide us till next month, where we all meet here. Jazakumullah right to everybody for living time, for making it. Allah will reward you abundantly. Thank you so much. See you next month, inshallah. Thank you. We have Zikri Jum'ah today. We have wazifa today at 7:30 UK time. Thank you so much.